Up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, start. Every gamer is familiar with this famous code. Many of us who grew up with an NES used this code to beat games like Gradius, Contra, and Life Force. To add to the code's legendary status, it can be used in a variety of newer games and even Facebook in order to unleash something special. But what about games that didn't have such memorable codes, or that just didn't have any codes at all? How was anyone who wasn't a skilled gamer supposed to see the end of the game? Nowadays, you can usually find these on YouTube, but there was a time when we had to rely on another, more complicated tool. Behold the Game Genie, an unlicensed game enhancer that allows you to alter any NES game to the player's advantage, or just plain alter the game. You can even use the Game Genie to make games more difficult. But seriously, who did that? Unlike other game codes, which were built into games by their designers, Game Genie codes act more like patches that override information being sent from the cartridge to the NES. Let's hook it up! In order to use the Game Genie, you insert a game into this end, and insert the other end into the console. The Game Genie will stick out of the NES to make sure everyone knows you're cheating.
50,000? You got 50,000 on Double Dragon?
Yep, sure did! Included with the Game Genie is the codebook. Some of the more common codes in the book are additional or extra lives, extra time or a frozen timer, power-ups, and the ability to start on different levels. The codebook also includes weird codes that add an interesting twist to some of the games. For example, the developers must have had an obsession with making the characters moonwalk, or perhaps it was just really easy to crack the code for making the characters walk backwards. Do you think being invincible is cool? Do you think being invisible is cool? How about being invincible and invisible? Wow, this is amazing! I can't see where I am, and it's incredibly hard to collect items, but I'm not dying. Cool! Anti-gravity shoes! Look, I can go anywhere! This is gonna be so easy! Looks like burger time's not for cheaters. Sometimes the codes will cause glitches in the games. In these cases, the codebook gives the obvious recommendation to turn the game off and try another code. Yay! Pits can't kill me! This seems kinda familiar. Some codes just screw with the color palette. You can make Contra look like this if you're really into 80s ski fashion. Take this, Invisiboss! This code for Tetris can be really fun. You have to work as a team. Player 1 controls the position of the block, while Player 2 controls the direction. Both players press down together in order to make the block fall faster. While you're looking for codes, you'll notice the codebook is littered with typos. Well, at least in the Canadian version. Wow, some really excellent codes, Herc. Gain 2 coins for every one collected. He or she gets all of Player 2's speed-ups. You don't even have to follow the book, as you can make up your own codes. But if you don't know what the letters and their placements represent, you might not be very successful. Feel free to experiment, but there's already a vast amount of codes available on the internet for your perusal. There are an infinite amount of alterations that can be made to games with the Game Genie, and they're available on many consoles. Some codes completely reassemble the game for a whole new experience. These are typically good for a laugh, not for the actual gameplay. I hope you have fun making your own games perform outrageous stunts. Happy gaming!